Hey YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul. In today's video, we'll be remaking a beat from scratch using nothing but Logic stock plugins. And the beat that we'll be remaking, if you can see from the top right here, is Big Baby D.R.A.M. Broccoli featuring Lil Yachty. Been getting questions on that beat itself with the various sounds in it, and I figured, you know what, let me just create that beat from scratch so you guys get an idea of how to put together a beat, and you'll get to hear what sounds they used in that track. And by the way, D.R.A.M. stands for Does Real Ass Music, if you ever were wondering. But let's get straight to it. So the first thing that we're going to do is going to bring in a nice piano because the song is pretty much driven by a piano. So let's go ahead and go to piano. I'm going to bring in a nice Steinway Grand right here. And we are going to draw in some MIDI. Alright, so let's get to it here. And then this just gets copied over 3 times. And then it drops down to the other chord. So there's only 2 chords in the entire track that gets repeated throughout the entire song. Let's go ahead and just copy this over here. This is going to get dropped 1, and this is going to get dropped down to an A sharp. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention earlier, this beat is around 145 BPMs. Now, that is a high tempo, but we are working in halftime, and you'll see why in a moment. I'm just going to create this region twice, and I'm going to join it right now. So that's pretty much the main sort of sound to the entire track, is those piano chord stabs. But the next thing that we're going to do is create a new software instrument track, and we're going to bring in a nice 808 clap. So I'm just going to type in 808, and let's use Logic's Boutique 808. Let's just use that one. And again, we are working in halftime here, so the vibe to the song will feel a little bit slower. Just make sure our claps are nice and quantized. All right, we are getting somewhere. Next thing that we're going to do is, let's go ahead and bring in a kick. But the Boutique 808 kicks, I'm not too much of a fan. So I'm going to bring in Drum Machine Designer, and we'll select from a list of kicks there. Just going to use this kick to start. I'm just going to record in the kick here. Might have screwed up on that first one right there. Let's see. Nope, the quantize had my back there. So let's go ahead and I don't like this kick in particular, so we're just going to choose another kick that fits this track a little bit better here. So I'm just going to click my kick in the Drum Machine Designer, and let's delete that, and we'll be able to choose from a list of kicks here. All right, I think I like that one over there. Just for the remake sake, let's just choose that one and move forward. All right, nice. Next thing we're going to do is create that dirty sort of 808 sound they have in the track. So I'm going to bring in another software instrument track. This time we're going to bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer. And we'll be working off of a preset that I did in a tutorial a while back. It's my 808 preset in ES2. If you didn't see that video, you can click the link in the top left hand corner. You could watch that video, how to create this 808 from scratch. But essentially it's just a sine wave, and now we're just going to distort it like crazy. All right, so right now the 808 sounds something like this. But that's a nice clean 808, and it doesn't really fit the song. What they had in the track was a nice dirty, really dirty sounding 808. So let's go ahead and just draw in the pattern first. I'm just going to do it at a higher octave just so I can hear what's going on here. Let's complete that pattern over here. So it does a little stutter at the end. So this 808 is a little too long. We are going to adjust that in a moment here. Let me just get the pattern down. Then we'll do the classic up one octave. And then let's just go down to G sharp here. All right, so that's pretty much the pattern right there, but let's go ahead and make this dirty and a little bit not as long. So the first thing we're going to do to make it nice and dirty, we're going to pull up our distortion pretty much, well, all the way. We're also going to pull up our drive all the way because we're really going to push this like crazy, but we're going to lower our 808 so we don't kill ourselves here. There's that dirty 808 they have in that track, but again, it's too long. So let's go ahead and just bring down our release time. So there's that dirty 808 track they have. Let's see if we just make this a little darker here, what it sounds like. All right, I like that, just like that. Maybe a little bit brighter here. Let's pull it up to about 14. Yeah, definitely a little bit lower. All right, pretty good so far. We got our sort of distorted 808, we got our kick, we got our clap, we got our lead piano line, and now we're missing some hi-hats. So let's go ahead and bring in some hi-hats, and it's pretty much a basic hi-hat pattern, straight 8th note hits. So what I'm going to do is just going to go ahead and duplicate this boutique 808 kit right here, and we're just going to use the hi-hats from there. So let's go ahead and record in a nice basic hi-hat pattern. And there it is, our nice little pattern. Let's go ahead and just quantize that. As you see, guys, it doesn't take too much to make a crazy sort of beat that's sort of popular like this track. It's like a big hit. A lot of times when you're making beats, you kind of think you got to put this, you got to put that, you got to put this, but sometimes keeping it simple like this one is really what resonates with people and what people love to listen to over and over again. So finally, we're pretty much done the beat right here. All we got to do is bring in a nice sort of piccolo flute in at the end here for our big chorus. Let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. And I'm going to search our library here for piccolo. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but let's see piccolo flute right here first. Let's bring in a MIDI pattern. All right, let's go ahead and just double click that and let's start to draw in our pattern. So if you're wondering how I know these notes, I pretty much worked out the melody before I hit record on this video, so I'm not going too long, because figuring out the pattern does take a little bit of time, and I don't want to bore you guys with me figuring it out. So let's go, where am I at here? And up to a C. That is not a C, it's a C sharp. And I think I already forgot the pattern, but let's just try and get it from scratch. Do 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 do. I'm going too slow here, guys. All right, I think it's coming along. Sorry guys, I did have to figure it out from scratch again. Even though you try and practice beforehand, sometimes it does not work out. So let's go ahead and just drag this forward. I think I missed something here. Do-do-do-do. Let's go down here. I think it's something like this. And I think we got it. Let's go ahead and just duplicate this. I don't like this piccolo flute, so let's go ahead and find another one. Let's see if I can make these notes shorter. No, it needs to be legato. Maybe one more octave higher. I feel like these are lasting a little too long. Definitely lasting a little too long. Alright, so I feel like the 808s are a little slow. Maybe I was initially wrong. I think it's a little faster, so I'm just going to do this double here. And just put 8 notes in here. Boom, just like that. That's a little bit better right there. Maybe what I do is just go to the clap and sort of just spread it out a little bit using a simple delay trick. So I'm going to delay one side here. Maybe add in some overdrive as well to this clap just to bring it out a little bit. And that's pretty much it. Everything else you can add a little bit more reverb to some things like the piccolo flute, but you know what? It sounds good as it is for this remake's sake. And that is how you make the beat Broccoli by Big Baby D.R.A.M. featuring Lil Yachty. For you Logic users out there, I am going to go ahead and save this entire session for you guys, so you could find that link in the description box below, download it, and you could sort of play around with the session, maybe make the beat yourself and sort of arrange it properly to the actual track itself. For those of you who don't use Logic, I am going to go ahead and export all these individual MIDI tracks, so you have all the MIDI it takes to recreate this track. All you have to do is follow the sounds that I used in this video, and you'll have yourself your own Broccoli remake in the DAW of your choice. If you do have any questions on this, you can ask me in the comment section below. And if you did like this video, remember to thumbs up and go Broccoli on that like button. And as usual, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button for more good videos like these. And I'll see you all in the next one. Talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.